Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here, back to another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, this one, this is a wild one. This is a crazy one. So we got up, I think probably the highest I've ever been, deep into Legendary, which is crazy. So I'm going to give you the story on that and show you guys where you need to go next and what the meta is going to shape into as we come into the last half of the season. We still got a lot of time left. We still got, 11 coming into 10 days, so it's going to be interesting. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You want to see more videos just like this one. And I do appreciate those of you that have been throwing in that code chicken in the shop. It does help to support the channel. If you want to become a channel member, you get access into monthly Supercell exclusive giveaways, t-shirts, stuff, different things, cool things. It's all explained in a video as you become a member. It'll hit you right there. You got the chicken running down through everything, so I don't have to on all these videos. So look at this, guys. Look at this. Legendary and 55 stars. Craziness. Absolute craziness. We almost beat Stoneheart from yesterday. And I beat a Legendary 2 player. A couple of them. So yeah, that was this was a wild push. So we just came to the point. We had all the right tech. The attack was running smoothly. And now we got to make the decision of what we're looking to do here, because, I mean, if we want to crack a top 50, top 500 is a definite lock at this point. But I think we want to push for that top 50, so we got a little bit more work left to do. So this was the base. This base is awesome because it. I don't want to say it completely stopped Seekers, but it did really well against Seekers. I was rarely beaten by a Seeker player. I was rarely beaten by a Seeker player. Bombardiers, they didn't get killer times against it. Heavy Chopper Zooka was okay. Sometimes you get the odd Laser Ranger hit that would mess you up. That was about it. So I don't even know where to start with this one. Let's go over the tech first. So all we did today was we added Troop Health. We did get our Zookas boosted after yesterday's mishap. Yes, we got the Troop Health. We got that maxed out, which was good. Let's see what else we did here. Was shock launchers today? I don't even remember. Was it shocks? I feel like today was shocks, right? Because yesterday was 25. Yeah, today was shocks with Legendary. Then we got the Troop Health, okay? So the next stop, I'm thinking, is we can either grab another Sky Shield or grab another Doom Cannon. Either add one or two of those in, which is going to be nice. And then we got to make the choice of going to 7. Now, I think going to 7 is only a good idea to do once you can also get the DVD. So we're going to need a lot more keys to get that done. Some of the top guys have skipped a lot of stuff, and they're going 7 early. So I think that's going to be, the route for them. But for us, I think it makes more sense to go in heavy on that defense and see if we can get away with that. Now, if we were to add another Sky Shield, I don't know if it would help us out that much. I don't know. I mean, we could plant it in there and then really stop Seekers, but then we're kind of weak to other stuff. So I'm thinking the Doom Cannon will be better. I'm thinking the Doom Cannon. And this base did have 2, and I copied it initially. It's supposed to go in there somewhere with the Flotty. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we actually got up even higher than this at one point. Let's see where we're at right now. Number 13 globally, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that draw against Stoneheart was only my second draw of the season. So we actually got up to 59 out of 120, and it was a heartbreaker. So 59 out of 120, and then we were on a win streak, and we faced this guy. And I was like, perfect, this will get us to Legendary 60. We lose, he smokes us, and we lose 18 stars. The thing about playing in Legendary is you can't win a whole lot of stars, and you can lose a ton. You can lose a massive amount of stars. Just going against the 25, I can lose 15 stars, and they have the same or better tech than I do. So it's very frustrating. It's very annoying playing in Legendary. But let's show you some hits. I'll show you. This is probably the best base that I went against. So, and it's somewhat similar to mine. So what I'm doing, the secret to all this, is the same as yesterday. It's heavy choppers and zookas. So, few different strategies here. Now, I like to do this drop because on these bases, what you want to be worried about is the rockets and the mortar and the splash damage down there. For using heavy chopper zooka, if you just launch all of them from the right side, which, yeah, on paper looks like it would be faster, and maybe you could actually, now that I look at this and take a step back, maybe you could do that and then just delay 1-2. But I found this worked really well because these guys, they go straight for that rocket pretty much, and then that takes it out of the picture, and then the rest of the guys can just move forward. So, 6 heavy choppers, 2 boats of zookas, that was the sauce. And then what I like to do is focus all the GB, all the extra GB that we have, just on mine clearing. Because that's one thing that the zookas are going to struggle against is they can't get touched at all. And they can't run into mines anywhere. Or you're going to have a bad time. So yeah, the things that we're looking at here are just heavy hitting things. Amped up doom cannons. Want to shut those down. Critter launchers, we want to shock those every chance that we get. And shock launchers. So it's basically those 3 things. Shock launchers, critter launchers, and doom cannons. Everything else, we don't really care about. We're kind of just running through it anyways. You see right there, that was where the troop health came in nicely on those zookas. So yeah, this is the key part of the attack. It's how they spread here. So ideally, in a perfect scenario, you get enough zookas going this way and then enough zookas going this way where you can take out those 2 engines on the side at the same time. Everybody comes together. It doesn't usually work like that. That's very difficult to get them to do that. So instead, you can kind of come down here, shock the world, spam second wind, so you just have enough troops to just plow through it. You see how many troops that we have right here? And then we've just got to alternate. If they're getting hung up, if they're taking too long, shock the critter launcher and the shock launcher on that side. If you're starting to lose some troops, then slow down, get your second winds out, because you're not going to get a decent time without doing that. And in terms of times, we were looking at really 220, 230 as the minimum. Anything above 230 usually meant the guy was missing some defenses and he was using seekers. And sometimes he clears super fast, sometimes not. And this part of the attack, very important as well. You see how I'm trying to be very snappy with the flares. As soon as that engine goes down, we're moving on to the next one. Not wasting any time. Throwing that extra GBE as damage into the engine room. And just getting it done as quickly as humanly possible. So, this was really cool. This was really cool. One of my best days, really, ever. Probably ever, realistically, in Warships. And we did get up to, well, number 2 in Canada, which is sweet. But yeah, man, that was pretty awesome. So, now, in terms of those of you guys that have that aren't in Legendary, which I assume is like all of you, I hit my stride this season, guys. I don't know, I got too far ahead of the pack, and yeah. But the good thing is with Warships, it's kind of the same thing. Typically, what happens if you're a little bit behind, you just pick up more defense. So for me, for example, I'm even in that situation at Global 13. I'm not going to get to 70R early anytime soon. So what can I do? I can pick up the stuff that these guys don't have. The guys that are at 7 don't have. I can pick up the Doom Cannon. I can pick up the Troop Health. I can max out my Barrage and Artillery. There's things that you can do that just because you don't have the same tech as the guys that are, way ahead in Legendary 2 and tech rushing, there's things we can do to combat that. So back it up a bit more. If you're in the same position, I would still say skip Laser Rangers and Rocket Choppers. I think Heavy Chopper Zooka is going to be more than enough to get you guys through deep into Diamond, as everything changes, because everyone's had all the defense that I was going against anyways, so it's not really going to change too much from that front. Other than that, I think that's really the important thing to focus on, is just take, pretty well the same path that I took. And I think things will level out, and you'll be all right. And focus on the stat nodes. That's what I always did too. The stat nodes were huge because we're using very fragile troops in the Zookas. And the heavy choppers paired with that boost from the heavies, that's a nice little combo as well. I always got to look back and make sure I got the right things boosted up and not boosted. So anyway, so there it is, guys. That's how we made our magical push into Legendary today, but it's not over yet. We still got some work left to do if we want to get one of those shiny top 50 trophies, hopefully. But you guys let me know how you're making out down below in the comments. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch the next one, guys. Check it out. Back.